turn that on here and hit start. Let's see. Okay, I believe that we should. I don't know if I've got any indication that we are feeding out to the folks out there. We should be. You guys let us know. Okay, it looks like we are. All right, let us know how the audio, all that kind of stuff is coming through. Make sure everything's loud and clear. You guys can hear us. You are joining us live on Player so we can hold guns. This is my 300 blackout Liberty suppressors, Leonidas Gen 2 that I'm rocking right here, integrally suppressed. And we can only do this here. We can't do this on YouTube because YouTube no likey. They don't like you. Oh, what's that, Walt?
Well, I brought a couple guns too.
Oh, you can
show. All right.
Yeah, you can show off guns. Walt's got guns. John's
what I have.
Yeah. Not yet. We're just, I mean, right now at this part, we always throw, you could throw up a gun if you got it. We always throw up guns because we're reminding the folks who are listening to this on audio later to join us on Player/Who Moved My Freedom. And the people who are watching this, because we put it up on YouTube later because YouTube won't allow us. Oh, that's so cute.
Is that Roni thing? Is that what that is?
What's that?
Is that like that Roni?
It's an MCK. It's close. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, got the mag here.
Okay. There you
got
go.
the mag here. My Glock 19 ready to rock. I got my Gideon Optics mediator on top.
Maybe pretty soon I'll have a Gideon Optics I'll put on top of this Foxtrot Mike.
Everybody's getting up on the Gideon Optics, huh?
Well,
okay,
dude.
I got offered one, so I mean, I'll take it if I get offered one.
Yeah, he was on the show. He's like, I was showing off my Gideon Optics, and Walter's
Where's
like,
mine?
Gideon Optic, where's mine?
Yeah,
and
nice.
Jordan was in the chat, and Jordan goes, all right.
That's cool. All right, so let's see here. All right, we're getting a little bit of freezing here. Hopefully the internet can hold. Fingers crossed, knock on wood, that the internet will hold. If you guys are ready, I think Babyface P is coming in a little late. Let's get this started. Let's
do it.
Yeah, hold on here. Hold on 1 second. Oh, Babyface P is coming in right now. Hold on, let's get him in before we get going here. Let's get Babyface. Let me see how I'm gonna do this. I think I'll line it up like this.
Connection's really bad.
Yeah, I'm not sure what's up. I know everything should be good on my end. I don't know.
Did you?
Are you on dial-up?
Yeah, I'm on I'm on mobile internet. Okay, and it should be good. I don't know. Maybe this is the server for Ecamm that I'm using. Okay, it looks like it's good right now. Let's pick it up.
Ecamm doesn't use a server.
They do use a server.
No, peer-to-peer.
No, they don't.
It's peer-to-peer. It's your internet. It's always your internet.
Okay, so then I guess it's all on me.
It's always on you.
Yeah, I guess I gotta take the blame every time. I'm just gonna hit the thing and start this. Okay, hold on.
Welcome back to the Hank Strange Situation, Lifestyles of the Locked and Loaded.
We wouldn't be able to keep the Who Moved My Freedom podcast going without the support of great companies like Franklin Armory. Franklin Armory provides 100% US-made firearms and awesome binary option triggers. Their focus and purpose is to provide freedom tools to all Americans, especially those in not-so-free states. So when you're in the market, please consider Franklin Armory. All right, boom, there you go. Looks like, okay, it looks like, it looks good right now. Everything is holding. Let's keep our fingers crossed. We are live. Let's get the jazz hands going. We got four in here today. Here we go, jazz hands. I hope you guys have your big girl panties on. This is episode 996 of the Who Moved My Freedom podcast. It's Free for All Monday. We're talking about the ATF's war on private sales, amongst other things. And our guests, we've got... What's up, Walt? What?
No, go ahead. It's a war on private property is what it is.
Yeah, absolutely. And our guests here, we've got John Crump. He's joining us. There you go, showing off. You guys are going to see some expensive guns, man. John Crump has got a lot of Amazon money. So he's joining us live.
That's an F1 AR. That's the F1 Firearms AR-10.
Exactly. I mean,
it's a budget. It's a budget AR-10.
No, it's not a. Oh, whatever. Okay. Also joining us, Patrick, Babyface P. There you go. And Patrick has a video that just went up a couple of hours ago on YouTube. Babyface P. You guys need to go check that out.
Oh, the body armor one.
Yeah,
some booby armor.
Yes, and Walter of Safety Harbor Firearms also joining us. There you go.
Yes,
you know.
I gotta update Babyface P in a minute though.
Oh, you gotta update him?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh,
so
all right. Mm-hmm.
I'll do it right now. The mag catch on the Century AP5 was 2 millimeters shorter than what it was supposed to be.
Testing.
So every time you,
I don't think he can even hear us.
I'm listening. No, it was 2 millimeters shorter than what
fired it. The magazine would drop out.
Mm-hmm.
What gun is this?
I replaced the catch, and now it works fine.
Century Arms.
Oh, it's a Century. What do you expect?
Well, yeah, but that's coming from Turkey though. I haven't had any problems with Turkish guns myself.
Yeah, this one I replaced it with the Zenith catch, and it works fine now.
Well, yeah, the Zenith one, yeah.
Yeah, Night Train says Gucci guns. Oh, you know what? There's some nice fancy guns up in here. I think for once I got an expensive gun.
No, when we get to the guns part, I'll go pull up my Sharps.
Oh, okay.
Sharps Brothers.
Yeah.
Hellbreaker.
You're gonna be flexing. You also were hanging out with the Guns Out TV guys.
I was.
I heard you guys were hanging out in like a millionaire shooting club.
Yeah, this is my home range. It's not a millionaire shooting club. There are millionaires that shoot there, but that's not me.
Yeah, I heard people show up in the park. I think I saw a Iraq veteran post a picture in the parking lot behind, like with a Lamborghini behind him.
Yeah, there's a lot of Lamborghinis, a lot of McLarens, a lot of Ferraris that people that shoot there.
Yeah, absolutely. So there you go. Okay, so, huh?
It's a great range. I love it.
Let's
shoot there.
Let's talk about that before we get into your article, because we always do the weekend thing on the Free for All Mondays here. How was your weekend? That's what you were up to. Tell the people about it.
It was freaking great, man. It was fun. It was the Guns Out Range Day at XCal in Ashburn, Virginia, which happens to be my home range. Mm-hmm. And it's a great range. It's a lot of fun. It's not exactly a range that you would be. It's, how do I describe it? Okay, let me just say this. There's 2 restaurants, including the restaurant with an executive chef. So
is it uppity?
Yeah. Has that executive chef died while wakeboarding or whatever? What the hell was that guy? What was that guy?
No. He never worked for the Obamas.
Oh, okay.
So there's 2 restaurants. There's a full retail shop, a knife shop, a bunch of classrooms, a full gym, MMA,
oh my God.
Martial arts class, a masseuse. So if you need to get a massage or whatever, or a haircut, whatever, they have all that. They have a full bar upstairs, cigar lounge.
This is for ballers. So do you drive your Ferrari up there?
I drive a Genesis, so I do not drive a Ferrari up there.
Okay, I forgot. Yeah, you keep the Ferrari.
Up again.
Your Ferrari stays at the beach house, right?
Hank
No, I do not have any cars at the beach house.
Hank lives for 56K dial-up internet. You should see his museum. He has a museum in his house of 20. He started out on what's it, 24K baud or 22K dial-up. Man, he's got a wall.
One day,
he lives.
Yeah, one day,
for 56K.
One day, give us free. Give us free. One day we'll get fiber optic over here.
When Hank looks at porn, it's line by line by line.
Oh yeah, man. Line. I gotta imagine most of my porn.
Yeah.
It doesn't download fast enough.
In high school, when you would download a picture, it would take 30 minutes to download a single picture.
To get one single photo.
Those big booties take a half an hour to
I'm telling you, By the time it downloads, it's not even what you thought it was. You're better off with your own fantasies.
Although it looks like people are saying they're not seeing freezing. Maybe it's just us.
I think that's probably just on our end.
It's usually just us behind the scenes that it like looks really bad, and then the outgoing stream looks fine for whatever reason.
Yeah. So John was balling out with the Guns Out TV guys. What were you guys?
Fun. Jared was there. IV88. Sebastian Gorka was there. Dick Heller.
Okay. Cool.
How do I get to ball with the folks like this?
It's invite only. Invite only, man.
How do I get on the invite
If you
list?
don't go to the what's the thing called, the Grove, the special Grove where you have to go and there's the owl and everything.
Where all the ex-presidents go
and
look at Moloch or whatever it is.
Yeah, it's a whole thing for you to get there. So is Jay-Z like a member at this club or?
Well, it's not really a Moloch. It's Care. People think it's Moloch, but it's not really Moloch.
Okay. I've learned something every day.
Okay, I don't even know what the hell that is, but okay.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. That went right over. I have no idea.
Yeah, I know a guy that did a lot of research into it.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Bohemian Grove. Bohemian
Grove. Alex Jones was right the whole time.
Yeah. Oh yeah. 100%.
Yeah.
What I'm screwing with is for anybody watching the new video, and I gotta say a huge shout out to my patrons because they bought me new technology, and I think it's wildly improved. So this is what I'm screwing with new microphones.
Okay, here, let's go.
And I picked up a Shure lavalier mic, but they don't go together. I have to have the adapter for the 3-ring to the. Hold on, I'll bring it close. Hank, you probably know all about this. 3-ring to a 2-ring. So TRRS to TR. So I'm sitting here screwing with it, thinking I was going to play and use it tonight. Nah, they don't work together.
Oh, okay.
Hey, Patrick, why didn't you just get the Rode lavalier?
I was going to, but I listened to a sound clip. The Shure is more flat sounding, and I want that.
It's the TRSS.
Yeah, no, it is. It's TRSS. I know that. Now I know that. I didn't know that at the time. But
there's TRSS.
The quality coming out of it is a little more flat. The Shure has, it's a little more bassier. I wanted something flat so I can edit it in post.
Listen, Patrick spends more money on his frickin' night vision than he does.
I like these, by the way,
and all that kind of stuff. So.
Hank, if you aren't using these full time, Jesus, I'm going to drop them constantly. If you aren't using these full time, you should. Like, they're so good.
Well, I bought the DJI ones too.
How are those?
Those are freaking phenomenal.
Are they more expensive than these?
Crush these.
Really?
They're a little bit more expensive, but they crush them. Plus the case. It comes with a case that recharges them.
Yeah, you're right. I remember seeing those.
It comes with all the adapters, so you can plug it right into your phone if you wanted to, or...
I was balling on a budget because, remember, the Patreon people paid for these, so I didn't want to go too big.
Yeah,
I'm happy with them. They sound great.
I use these for my home setup when I do like TV interviews, and whenever I do like stuff like outside or whatever, I just keep whenever I travel, I just keep the DJI ones with me. But the DJI ones are wow.
Yeah, if the audio is important, those are useful in lots of different ways. You can connect it to your phone, all that kind of stuff. So, Patrick, I don't know if you got to your weekend. You were talking about the video you did this weekend.
Yeah, we had a good weekend. Marley and I went to Ocala on Saturday to look around. If anybody is traveling through Ocala, there's a little gun shop called the Ocala Armory. I would highly recommend that you guys go check that out. I went in there for the first time. And it is a dinky home. It's the perfect, exactly what I want in a gun store. It's a hole in the wall. You open the door, and it's kind of semi-dark in there. They have a wall of guns, and then a wall of used guns. And it's the inside of the actual store, it would be like walking into like a single wide. Like, it's really small in the shop. But it is wall to wall of good shit. There's just piles of ammo, piles of brass, used reloading equipment, used guns, new guns, and then they have a whole nother area that you can peek into that's unfortunately off limits that has twice as much stuff as they have out front. Really impressed with the place. They even had rarer ammos that you don't see very often. They had 8mm Mauser on World War II bandoliers with stripper clips and all sorts of cool stuff that I just wanted to buy all of it.
Oh, that's cool. Did you go to what's the other gun store in Ocala? The one that has the has like an Army Navy surplus thing next door to
I
it.
don't know about that one, but I need to try that one.
Yeah, I think that's where I got that Gen 1 Glock from. I got that from Ocala Armory.
You mean they had stuff like this?
Oh,
they do at Walter. Actually, yes. If you look around, I guarantee they would have some belts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that. That's nice.
Is that 30-aught or 8mm Mauser?
That's sexy.
This is 30-06, I think, but it's dated 45.
Oh.
Yeah, just some of the stuff. It was actually holding up the box with. John's never seen this, I don't think.
Oh boy.
Oh, Big John. Yeah. I forgot about the chip.
Yeah.
It kind of works, actually. It needs a
Big
little
John,
bit of
the Chippy
restoration, but
that thing's got to be collectible.
Absolutely.
That's got to be very, very collectible.
yeah.
Yeah. So there you go. By the way, before we get into Walter's weekend, shout out to everyone up there. Hit the arrows ups. DCG 44's Jade Groove 42 Chilled is out there. Vanessa Kitty is out there. Shout out to Vanessa Kitty.
That's a name we haven't heard in a while.
Yeah, Night Train is out there. 80% Freak, Gen Champ Jr. Shout out to everyone out there. How was your weekend, Walt?
I wasn't quite done yet.
Oh, you weren't done? Oh, okay, all right.
We also went to a nice barbecue joint called Southern Cattle and Pig Company, Southern Cattle and something like that. Really good food if you go by there. And then lastly, on Sunday, I went by super late and shot some body armor. It's up on the channel if you want to go see some. Actually, not holes. No holes in the body armor other than 50 cal, which obviously we all knew that a 50 cal was going to make it fit.
Did you leave in your video this? I haven't had a chance to look at it yet. Did you leave in how many shots it took you to hit the?
I said yes, and I shouldn't even say this out loud because you're just going to get on my ass about it.
Mm-hmm.
I had to take your optic off because obviously hide over bore, and I couldn't see anything 15 feet in front of me. It's in my house now because I forgot to put it back on. So next time I'm out there, I
bastard son of!
I know.
You know what? This is. Damn it!
Yep.
I wish I had a button to reach through this thing and strangle you.
Well, listen. You do have a new SD card coming. It'll be there tomorrow, and it is 30 megabytes faster than the one that I borrowed. So you're welcome.
Let me just ask this of the other content creators out there. John is, Walt is. You know, when you go to make your videos, do you forget to bring your camera, your batteries, your SD cards?
All the time.
Yeah,
okay,
see? Yeah.
What is the matter with you guys? You know,
My
that's
brain
like the
hurts
number
lots.
one thing. You got to bring that. You have to bring that. So Patrick never remembers anything. I always have to lend him batteries, SD card. Okay, I need a tripod.
So one thing is I'm looking for... One, I need a second tripod now. But two, I need a bigger backpack. My camera bag doesn't house all my stuff nicely. So I end up taking it out and then just not putting it back correctly. I need a bigger camera bag for 2 cameras and a couple of different lenses.
This is from Lola. Lola says, "Do not sell that optic, Patrick." You better not. That's expensive.
Fuck off.
That's
Fuck
an expensive ass. That's an expensive ass. Do I need to remind people that
you know what? I'm gonna put it on something and just stick it in the safe.
Do I need to remind? I would have eventually realized. Wait a second. As a matter of fact,
I was
supposed
wondering
to say,
when I gave it back to you that you didn't notice there's no giant piece of glass on it.
I was supposed to take a picture of that because a friend of mine, actually Walter made a special 50 for a friend of mine, and he was like, "Oh, what kind of optic are you using?" So I was supposed to take a picture, but I didn't get around to it. So at some point, I would have gone to my gun, like, "Oh, let me get this picture." Okay, what the hell?
Where is it?
Where is this $1,500 optic?
So it's sitting in the safe. I'll bring it back next time.
Okay. All right.
No, but so
and the reason why Lola is saying that is because, you know, I need to remind people of this, Patrick. I lent you my welder. What happened to my welder? I'm sorry. Should we? Do we need to?
I bought another from Walter. and
you sold my welder to someone
that you used twice.
You know why? Because guess who had my welder?
Damn. I'm getting another free welder, actually. So.
Well, I'm still waiting for my welder.
You will be getting another.
Oh,
and
yeah,
it will
right.
probably be a TIG, because TIG, you do not need MIG.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Well,
All
now,
right.
actually, now that I say that, now that you have farm equipment, you might need MIG for, I don't know, hopefully you don't break your farm equipment, but MIG would be handy on the farm, on the homestead.
Break my tractor.
If something breaks,
Walter now.
That's Walter. That is Walter's department right there.
You can fix it.
No, I got a company selling. I got a company sending me a welder to use.
Sweet.
Yeah, I mean a MIG welder too, actually, or a multi-purpose. They saw that I did a couple other welder things, and he said, "Hey, would you want to try one of our welders? We'll send you one for free." And I'm like, "Yeah, send it." What's that?
Who is it? What's the brand?
I'll have to look it up here real quick.
Yeah.
Other YouTube people are using them and you're reviewing them and stuff. I said, sure, I'll take it.
Is it like Eastwood or some big company?
No, it's made in China.
Because I'm in the market for a multi-purpose welder to upgrade the one that I have.
Don't lend it to him, Walt.
No, lend it. I'm gonna buy a new one, and then you will have a $2,000 when it was brand new.
No.
Whatchamacallit, welder.
Yeah.
Whatchamacallit, welder.
Yeah. Be very careful. All right, Walt, we got 2 minutes for you to tell us how your weekend is, and then we're taking a break.
Saturday didn't do much anything too exciting. Sunday went over to the shop in the morning met with a friend, Mike, and helped him do some of his stuff. And Sunday I rigged up one of these helmets with the
Oh yeah, I saw this.
With the liner and the straps and
look at
pretty
that.
comfy?
What's that?
Is it fairly comfortable?
Yeah, it's not bad.
Does it fit that massive noggin of yours?
Oh yeah, my big skull cap fits right in there real nice.
Oh, okay.
I do have another set of the pads, the nicer pads that you use, Patrick. That I'll use on another one too.
Yeah,
and then we'll shoot a couple of these too to see how they act when you get shot.
I'm curious to see if it'll stand up to anything 22, even 22.
I think it's more designed for like shrapnel, flak type stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
We'll shoot it with a shotgun, see what it does.
What era is that again? Is that a World War II?
80s.
No, it's Italian, like 1990s
and 90s.
90s? Okay.
Yeah, they're actually made in England by RBR Armor Limited, Lincoln.
Oh, they're English.
Yes.
Interesting.
They're English made for the Italians. Yeah. Sportsman's Guides has these the shells, and then the other parts were all bought on Amazon.
Okay.
Nice.
Cool. Yeah.
Yeah,
we'll see
just something to play
with.
with.
What a 50 will do to it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. We'll find out.
I put a nice water balloon in there with some red dye in it, and you'll find out.
Right.
If I had more time yesterday to shoot the armor, I was going to do the same thing and put a water balloon behind it. But
yeah. Next time.
Sun went down too quick.
Yeah, you gotta, Well, it was a stormy day on Sunday. Anyway, Lola says I was talking about Jerry's Pawn in Ocala. That's the place I go to in Ocala.
I like Jerry's Pawn most of the time. I went by there and they cleaned house. There's nothing cool left.
Oh, wow.
The front pawn shop has some like tools and stuff, but the gun shop in the back is only overpriced firearms. Mind you, this was a gun shop that you would go into. They would have.
We got 3 seconds. We're going to take a break and be back.
Walther Arms has been making concealed carry handguns for over 90 years, starting with the PPK. Today, Walther is based in the good old US of A and still builds quality firearms like the PPQ and PDP for personal defense and competition. So when you're in the market, please consider Walther Arms. We wouldn't be able to keep the Who Moved My Freedom podcast going without the support of great companies like Walther Arms.
All right, so listen, let's get into... John, I think, is going to be here for the whole show, but let's get into the... what's up?
Can I bring up one thing first?
Yeah, what's up?
You're talking about Bohemian Grove, Hank, right?
Uh-huh.
You went to Bohemian Grove East.
I don't know what you're talking about.
The alcohol room. Go on.
The Tuckahoe room. That was a different thing. I was not. I didn't have to do any rituals or anything like that, other than spend a couple of nights with John Crump. So,
yeah. You weren't doing the rituals. John Crump was doing the voodoo while you were sleeping.
Sure, who knows what he was up to? I tell you. You know what? John doesn't sleep a lot, but when he sleeps like a frickin' brick.
You were sleeping, and he was plucking hairs to do voodoo with.
Oh, who knows?
Yeah.
Who knows? No, actually, I was going to sleep way before John. I don't know. John was like off
That's
doing
not a good thing. He was doing rituals.
I know.
No, I was outside. With the crowd.
John does not
around the room, around that place.
John doesn't sleep a lot. I remember when where the hell were we that I saw you last, John? Where was that? Was that South Carolina or something, I think? Oh, when we were doing the gathering, and John was sleeping so hard that Flying Rich was doing videos and posting them online.
Yeah, dude. And when I don't sleep a lot, but when I do sleep, well, I was on medication too. So
yeah, he gets knocked out
hard.
Yeah, well,
don't go to prison. Yeah. He does it, and sometimes you look like you're actually like sleeping with one eye open. Well, I don't know what's okay. All right. Listen, let's get into the article here. That's what that's the big thing here. So you have an article. The title is "New Leak Shows ATF Will Pass Rule to Eliminate Private Sales." You want to explain to us what that is? It's on AmmoLand News for anyone who wants to see it. Just go there, look it up. I've shared it on social media, etc. Give us the rundown of what's going on here, John.
Yeah, by the end of the year, they want to produce a rule that they're going to say that the Bipartisan Civic Communities Act allowed them to introduce, and the draft rule will be up by the end of the year, unless something changes. It's still in draft form, so anything can change. But basically, what it will do is say if you make a profit on selling a firearm, to sell that firearm, you would need an FFL.
So, yeah, I mean, right.
Come on.
There's a lot here. There's a lot. Go ahead, Walt. Go ahead. You have a question?
I never profit. You know that. Come on. Who needs to profit?
How are they even going to determine this? That's the weird thing. So how are they going to determine who's supposed to do this?
There's a lot of rumors that, they've been checking bank accounts and stuff like that, but I'm not sure how accurate those rumors are. I have not seen that with my own eyes.
We could trust the banks to turn on us 100%.
Oh, 100% they will turn on us in a second. But I'm not really exactly sure what they've always cash. Cash is king.
Mm-hmm.
But what's interesting is that the other rules were basically struck down or injunctions because it violated the APA. They're trying to get around the APA this time by saying, hey, Congress did delegate us our powers through the Bipartisan Civic Communities Act because they changed the definition of a gun seller in there.
Yeah.
Which is interesting, and it's something that a GOA, you got to give GOA credit. GOA basically said this is what's going to happen, and this is what's going to happen. So we're expecting the new rule by the end of the year, but like I said, it's all draft form, so who knows. But I would say I would be shocked if it's not if we're not in a comment period by shot or around shot. Then the final rule will be unveiled at the beginning of summer, late spring, early summer. And then they want the rule to go into effect. Right now, we're hearing September 1st is the goal to have the rule totally in effect, but like anything can change. So that is what's going on right now. And yeah, Biden's trying to eliminate what he calls the private sales loophole.
Oh, the gun show hole, digital sales.
Which is the digital loophole. They're calling it. So, and very interesting that Armslist got their channel deactivated today.
Yes, I did. I did see that. I think I shared that with you guys. So let me see if I could pull that up. Yeah, it was very coincidental, I guess you could say, right? So here it is. This is what Jonathan over at Armslist sent me. Then I'll read this out for people out there. It says, "Hi, Armslist Media. We have reviewed your content and found severe or repeated violations of our sale regulated goods policy. Because of this, we have removed your channel from YouTube. We know this is probably very upsetting news, blah, 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 blah." Yeah. So, you know, there's a whole bunch of things going on here. As John is saying, this, I think, is going after Armslist and some other places out there. And really, I think those places are protected under the First Amendment. You know, they have the right to have these sites and connect people. Now it's up to the people to follow whatever the laws would be where they live in terms of selling things to each other. Some places have more, some places have less. But so, and then you're saying that a lot of this, and I think your article talks about it. You mentioned, what was it? The BSCA, I think, was what we were calling it.
Bipartisan Safer Communities Act.
Yeah. So this passed Congress. When did that go through Congress?
A while ago.
Okay.
About a year ago.
Yeah, and it changed the definition. According to your article, the bill changed the definition of quote-unquote gun seller. The bill altered the wording of Section 921A. And many gun rights groups, such as GOA, try to warn Republicans, such as Senator John Cornyn, chief architect of the BSCA, that the Biden administration would exploit the anti-gun law, but these pleas were ignored. This is just some things that I pulled out of this to post, some points in it. I recommend you guys go read the article. So that they're kind of using that as the setup to put this all into effect. Of course, people are going to challenge it, but it's all going to take time. We're still dealing with bump stocks, you know, pistol brace, all that kind of stuff, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So
tomorrow at 5 o'clock, the Supreme Court stay expires unless they extend it. So we'll see what happens.
Okay.
Wait, today? Tomorrow.
Tomorrow
at 5. Yeah.
5 Eastern. 5 p.m. Eastern.
Yeah. So, I mean, obviously, and I see people saying this, like, okay, it's DCG44 says, "I'm so sick of ATF overreach. My attitude now is the FPC position of fuck you, no." Listen, yeah, they're going to keep doing this unless someone makes like a real serious effort to either put the ATF in line or get rid of them completely. They're just going to keep messing with people's Second Amendment rights. I mean, there's no way around it. And they're using our money to do this and our money to fight it. And then and then we have to put together more money to knock these things down. And then they keep putting things back up there. So, what do you guys think about this, Patrick, Walter? What's your comments on all of this stuff?
It's exhausting.
Mm-hmm.
I don't.
Do you?
I like to say I not that I don't watch it or pay attention, but
Mm-hmm.
I can't at this point. I can't pay it a whole lot of attention
Mm-hmm.
because it's gonna be lawsuit this and lawsuit that, and then my point is, why do they? I know that legally they have to have this comment period and all this bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of like my thing with the uppers. They knew what they were going to do before they even sent out the letter telling me I need to have a termination. They were going to make it. They're going to make it a firearm whether I liked it or not. So they're going to do what they want to do whether you like it or not. When you scream bloody murder, you jump up and down and run naked through the halls, they're still going to do the same thing. And like I said before, whether it's a presidential order or this kind of thing, they're going to continue doing everything one right after another after another after another.
Until someone gets them under control. Right now, I think who's going
to do that? Who's going to do that? Tell me.
Well,
who's going to do
in
that?
this administration, they're working with the Biden administration, right? These guys are gun grabbers. They're working with them. In the previous administration under Trump, he just kind of like left them alone. I think there was some resistance.
Shit.
That's a problem. That's the problem.
Trump did nothing. That
Yeah.
he could have cleaned everything up. He could have fired everybody. Could have done all that stuff. He did
Put more pro-gun
nothing.
people in there, all that kind of stuff. Yeah.
Nothing.
He did
So,
nothing.
yeah, I mean,
So
this
what's he gonna-
this is a way for politicians to do something without, actually trying to get out there and make a law around this because they know there'll be massive resistance to it, right? So this is their workaround to that.
I mean, I see these people that are still Trump. He's going to get in and do the same fucking thing he did last time.
Nothing. Absolutely nothing.
That
And
would be my feeling.
Well, actually damage it because last time he was in, our gun rates got worse.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
He did nothing. He made things worse by the pushing the bump stock thing, and
I think he was very hands off with when it came to the ATF. I see Night Train says Trump did install Pro 2A judges. Don't forget that. Yeah, in the Supreme Court. True. I think that's true. I don't regret having voted for Trump both of the times that I did. And yes, we do have these guys on the Supreme Court, but for sure Trump could have done more specifically for the Second Amendment. If we look at his Second Amendment stuff, it was really, most of it was negative. So I'd be hard pressed to find something positive. Mm-hmm.
Get past the Second Amendment stuff. Look how he fucked up the whole COVID situation by letting them just run wild. He fucked this country so bad by letting these people run wild and shut everything down and do this and restrictions and this and that wasn't. He could have fired half those people too, but he didn't. He was scared of his.
I'm gonna have to stop you there, Walter. I'm going to disagree with you. Fauci is the science.
No, wait. You're right. Yeah, Fauci a Chi-Com science. Yeah, he Chi-Com science. Yeah, he good. Yeah.
Yeah. He started the problem so he could fix the problem.
Oh yeah, he go good. He go with the Chi-Com. Yeah, he good. Yeah.
He started it so he could fix it. It's weird how we always do that, right? It's weird how the Bidens created this problem or a part of it in the Ukraine, and now all this money and everything has to go to the Ukraine, right? Isn't that weird? Isn't that crazy how that happens? So yeah, there's a lot of that going on. So I don't know if Patrick has, or even Walter has any other questions on this. My question would be, what are we going to do about this, John? What's like GOA, the other folks out there doing? What can we do about it?
Right now, we're going to have to hit the comments hard when it comes. I'm doing some stuff behind the scenes that might be setting up for something that I don't want to really get into too much. But I'm doing it on my own, but it might give ammunition. But after the rule does come out, because a rule will come out, we can shape it by commenting on it, but it won't stop it. But those comments, even though it's not going to stop it, are important for the pending lawsuits that will come. So you do need to comment, even if you don't think it will do anything. I don't think it would do anything, but for the pending lawsuits, those comments have been used. So, yes. So commenting is important, and I'm sure that the lawsuits will drop once it hits, because I doubt that this is the intention of Congress. I don't think they, basically, this is basically a backdoor universal background checks.
100%. There's a whole bunch of things going on here, and who knows what else comes after this. But I think you're right. Didn't some recent decisions in regards to the pistol brace thing, one of the things that was said is that, hey, they didn't even give long enough period for people to comment, and then they totally ignored the comments, but that can still be used. Go ahead.
Yeah, well, they ignored the comment, and with the pistol brace thing, what they said that it was a bait and switch. So all the comments were on the form 4999, which never actually got used. So the final rule had little resemblance to the proposed rule.
Yeah.
Yeah, just a shell game. That's all it is.
Listen, it's frustrating. I think we're all here frustrated by it, and this is what we're facing. And I think it is important why we think about who we vote for and all of that kind of stuff, although I know that itself is frustrating to everyone. I think we're still early days right now in the run-up to 2024 elections. I know Trump is all, full steam ahead on that. He's the one leading the pack and everything. I get it. There's lots of people out there who support Trump. If probably if we had the vote today, he would become president again just based on the revenge vote, right? Because every time they keep hitting him, with some new indictment, his popularity keeps going up. But I think we're far away from that actually being settled. A lot of things can happen between now and then and when we actually get to voting. So, I know that's a touchy thing. There's some real super... I don't hate Trump or anything like that. I hate to see that they keep throwing these indictments at him and all that kind of stuff. But once again, this is the guy who said he was going to go after Hillary. Then he became president, and he dropped all of that. And these guys aren't dropping it, and you got to be more hardcore. It's the Game of Thrones we're playing here.
That's the sad thing.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead, Patrick. No, go for it, Patrick.
What happened to the guy that used to say on TV, "You're fired"?
That was in the script, I guess.
That was bullshit.
Yeah. What are you going to say, Patrick? I know you're upset about this, but
I don't honestly remember. Other than there has been a long history of not persecuting and prosecuting your former presidents and congressmen and things like that, and that's out the window now. I don't know if people realize that, but that's done for. We clearly see that is done for.
Yeah.
Is he too much? Because I truly think he's going to get elected again. Just because Biden is doing such a shit. If Biden at least did like a good job, he maybe had something you could argue about, but he's doing such a poor job with everything.
There was never a chance Biden was going to do a good job.
No.
I mean, I'm being balanced about this. That guy's always been fucked up.
There's thought he was somewhere in the multiverse that he's doing a good job, but that is 1 in 1 billion.
Oh, okay.
But
you mean the multiverse where he's not a gangster?
I say take the gloves off. Because I do think he's going to get reelected, and when it happens, do whatever you can to prosecute everybody, and screw the media. The media is always going to paint you as, oh my God, he's going against his political rivals. Fuck it, do it. If you're a real tough guy, and you just say the hell with the media, fuck the media. I mean, what are they going to do to you? What are they going to do to you?
The media would have. Do you think if Donald Trump would have gone to war, would have supported Ukraine going to war with Russia, the media would support that? We always know what the fucking media is going to do.
The problem that I saw is he played politics and was looking for that second term. So my guess is he either is a pussy or tried to hold back.
He rolled over and let all those people during COVID just shit on him constantly. They're peeing on him, shitting on him the whole time instead of getting rid of him.
I think that Trump was overwhelmed when he was in the White House. He didn't expect. I don't think he expected to win in the first place.
He surrounded himself by shitbags. He surrounded himself by a bunch of shitbirds, thinking that they were going to have his back, and all the shitbirds flew the coop.
All the shitbirds are thinking about what they're going to do. Yeah. All they're thinking about is what they're going to do after he's gone.
Exactly.
Political aspirations. What are you going to say, John?
I said Scaramucci. The one of the guys in there. The Mooch.
What was
the Mooch?
Moochie. I don't remember. I remember the name, but I don't remember what he did.
Is that guy that was the press secretary for a little bit?
No, that was the Italian guy. He lasted wasn't Scaramucci like a New Yorker? He lasted 30 days, maybe 20 days.
Yeah, he was director of communications, but he was
terrible.
Listen, everyone was terrible. The number one. Listen, we can get into this. We should probably get into it when we continue. But you guys know that I don't like what's his face, Giuliani. All the people around Trump are terrible. He's bad at choosing good people. So he might be a good guy, he might be cool, but he doesn't really have management skills. Management is choosing good people.
That's what you get when you work in and around New York and all you know is shitbirds.
We wouldn't be able to keep the Who Moved My Freedom podcast going without the support of great companies like High Point Firearms and Full Forge Gear, bags and gear for everyday life. Did you know High Point is an American family-owned and operated company located in Ohio with over 30 years of manufacturing experience? High Point is proud to be the home of the working man's gun and your source for affordable handguns and carbines with a lifetime warranty. So when you're in the market, please consider High Point.
Next week we're going to have High Point on the show.
Yeah, speaking of High Point.
So we'll have them. Oh, there you go, Walt. There you go. Very cool. Very cool.
Yeah.
So yeah, just to continue this conversation a little bit here, I think Trump was just really bad. I see some people, who is it in here? Night Train mentioned Mike Pence. You know,
Jesus.
Pence is a backstabbing son of a bitch too.
I thought, you know what? I thought Pence was the one good guy. I remember we had this conversation through the whole, all the way up till the elections. I was like, oh, Pence is cool. Pence is cool. Then, yeah, man, he just waited. You know, he was like Brutai. He was like Brutai up in there, stabbing him up in the back. You know,
yeah, he was.
So,
it's you, Brutai.
Yeah, really, I think. Listen. I tell people this over and over again. To me, I don't have I don't dislike Trump, okay? I don't dislike him. And if it comes down to it, I would rather have Trump than Biden. He's totally whacked out nuts. But bad management, and I haven't seen anything yet that tells me Trump learned his lesson from the last time. You know, maybe we won't see his daughter and his son-in-law in there again. But I don't really think he learned his lesson from the last time, and that's what bothers me. Maybe we, you know, and I'll be honest with you, our governor here, DeSantis, has the same problem. The people running DeSantis's campaign are trash. Have you seen these people?
My favorite thing for a politician to do is to run to a foreign country and sign an anti-First Amendment bill. I just love when our local politicians do that sort of thing.
Or when they run to a foreign country and sign bills that put Americans kind of at a disadvantage.
Okay, so what are you guys talking about specifically?
For me, it's DeSantis going to Israel and signing a anti-First Amendment bill about, like, if you put signs on somebody's door, it's littering or something.
You can't. That's the same thing I was thinking about. Why everything is.
So explain that, because I don't think I've heard that much about
so
this.
If you start talking about anything about Israel or Jews, you're automatically you're a demon, you know. And they sign this, and it's like, what happened to freedom of speech? What happened to?
Yep. And he signed it in Israel, sucking up to his betters. And that put me right over the edge. I was like, are you kidding me?
Okay, I wasn't familiar with that one. I need to dig into that a little bit more. Look at the bill that he signed banning car companies from selling online to people here in Florida.
Direct.
Yes.
Wait, what?
Yes, selling directly. He banned so Ford or GM, Chevy, Audi,
they're the ones that are in on it. You know that, right?
Only Tesla and some of the, like, I guess Tesla and Rivian, they have a special out of that. But here's one of the big problems. Look at GM as an example, right? With the C8 Corvette. What's the thing? This was supposed to sell for like $70,000, but when the dealerships got them, they were overselling them for $120,000, $130,000.
There are. I don't know if you guys watch Leto's Law, but he's a lawyer. Have you watched his stuff?
Yeah, I have, yes.
He's gone a couple of times about stories where a dealership gets a car in that somebody has special ordered. The one I watched a week ago. Somebody special orders a car, waited for a year for this car to come in. It comes in and the dealership sells it out from under them. And then they go, oh, well, we didn't know. We're not sure. We're not sure what happened. And it's like, you damn well know what happened. You could get more money for it in the current market, so you sold it out from under the person.
Yeah. I think Chris that works for me had a relative that happened to, actually.
Yeah. So
I would be so infuriated.
So this is why people, and even the companies out there like Ford, etc., want to be able to sell directly to their customers. You go,
Ford
you
doesn't.
order, you. Yeah, no, Ford does. The company does. The company does.
None of the Detroit-based auto manufacturers want to sell direct to people.
No. Ford does actually want to do that. They want to drop the dealerships.
Ford does.
Yeah, Ford does
actually. Okay, that makes me love my Mustang even more.
But this is where this is coming from, because all the dealerships here in Florida got together, put money together, obviously, and gave it to DeSantis and got him to sign this, and now it handicaps Ford, GM, and all these other companies, including companies from outside of America. There's lots of companies from outside of America that make cars here, like Toyota, Honda, etc. Now they can't sell directly to you, which would be better for the consumers. So I don't get it.
The Ineos that I was looking at, that was the same thing too. It's going to run through. There's a price. What I was looking at was like 80 grand, 79,000. I know damn well when it hits the dealership here, they're going to throw 20 grand on.
Yeah, dealerships were selling. Let's look at even like the Hummer, right? The electric Hummer, really cool. Supposed to be $130,000. Dealerships were selling them for like $250,000. $300,000.
Marley she luckily doesn't have her heart set on it, but Marley really likes that new Toyota Land Cruiser. Yeah, there's no way you're getting one. It's $51,000 base model. Ain't no effing way you're getting one of those for $51,000.
Yeah, I think that bill that DeSantis signed is the most anti-conservative Republican bill I've seen anyone sign in a long time.
This is a bit of a, I don't know the true details, but there was one person that they interviewed not that long ago who bought and paid for a C8 Corvette base model and got it at the factory cost. And they interviewed him a couple months ago about if he's still satisfied with the C8 Corvette, because obviously I love the C8 Corvette. And he was like, yeah, this thing's great. Base model's perfect. But again, he bought it, ordered it, paid for it, and somehow got it delivered at base model costs. And he's like, nah, this thing's great. But no, every other place was adding 30, 40, 50 grand on top before they would sell it to you.
You should see what dealerships go. I'm sorry, John, go for it.
I went to look at the C8 Corvette, and like you said, it would be 70, and they're like, oh, 70, and there were $50,000. It was a $50,000 premium, like a dealership premium on top of it. I'm like, what the hell?
Dealerships are out of control now. I'll tell you what. So, like Lola and I, we bought a used Tesla from a Ford dealership recently, right? And
that came from a Ford dealership?
Yeah, it was there. Tesla. So we're going to buy this Tesla, and on the thing, they're charging me like $6,000 for low jack.
Tell them no.
On this thing, and they're like, I said, wait, why the hell is low jack on this sheet? And it was like, oh, because we put low jack now in every car. I was like, one, I don't want low jack, and two, I promise you, there's no low jack in that Tesla because it would be a brick. They're like, oh no, there's low jack in there. I said, okay, I'll make you guys a bet. Yeah, I told them I'll make you a bet right now. There's not low. So she goes out, she comes like, oh yeah, there's no low jack in there. So they were
fully willing to rip you off of $6,000 and not even blink.
This is what dealerships are up to. And the consumers here are suffering. So I know this has nothing to do with guns, but it sucks that we've got a governor that's doing that.
Until the day I die, we will never go back to the GMC dealership here in Gainesville because of how they took advantage of Marley. We went in there, negotiated, signed paperwork, was happy with everything, out the door. And that was after like 3 hours of negotiating because they were a pain in my ass. And they had no interest in dealing with me. They wanted to deal with her because Marley's easier going. 2 days later, while I'm at work at the office, Marley gets a phone call saying, hey, we can improve your rate. Do you want to pay less per month? Oh, come on in, sign some new paperwork. Well, they extended her thing out from like 3 years to 5 years and increased the percentage rate to make more money off of her. 100% screwing her. Knowing goddamn well that I wasn't around that day because I was at the office. So yeah, we will never, ever go back to that GMC.
I'm surprised you didn't go down there and give them a piece of your mind.
I was so goddamn close to taking her car back there and being like, this, you.
Consumers don't want to deal with dealerships anymore. I'm telling you guys, unless I have to, I don't want to deal with them. I just want them to do the basics of what they need to do. It's sad that we have to like go through all of this with these dealerships. So this is the thing, like I don't know how a conservative Republican here in Florida who's pro the people sign something like that, but that's what we have. So I think that, I don't know. We're going to see how this all turns out.
There's always that money.
Yeah, this is true. All right, so I know there was something else you told me about, John. I don't think you wrote articles on this, but we were talking. This is back in the realm of guns. Oh, by the way, wait. Before we go, I just want to show you the person and this is going to be. I just want you. Do you guys know, like DeSantis? Do you know what his campaign manager looks like? His campaign is a freaking mess. Yeah, this is his campaign manager.
Yeah, she's a nutcase. She looks like the Joker.
Total psycho chick. Okay, her face doesn't even move when she's talking.
The campaign is a disaster because of her.
Yeah.
Has anybody done her face up like the Joker? She's got Joker grin.
Yeah, she's crazy. She's big time. Man. Yeah, she's big time crazy, and they've done so many crazy things, including let him put out you can get into the weeds about this, but they put out all these stupid hit pieces on Trump that they try to hide and put it through different people. They put out Nazi shit. They did all kinds of craziness. These Republicans need to hire better people to be in their staff. It sucks. To see what's going on here. Go for it.
You know, one time somebody called Tony Simon a white supremacist, or a race supremacist adjacent, or something like that.
I know. I'm just laughing because that's so ridiculous. If you know Tony Simon,
a white supremacist adjacent, or something. It was something like that.
Oh my God! Yeah, it's the nut stuff that's going on out there. Okay, so there was something you told me about, John. I really didn't realize this was going on. Hawaii butterfly knife ban violates Second Amendment, court says. So panel reversed summary judgment that favored state officials.
About it.
Yeah, prospective knife.
I know the lawyers on the case. Actually, one of the lawyers called me while we were on the podcast. So I didn't pick up because.
Oh, cool. Okay.
The lawyer was calling me.
Yeah, I told you, John is a big shot, and people don't really know.
I know he is.
He's just pretending that he's driving around a Kia or something like that, or a Hyundai or something.
But, I have a Kia. I got a Telluride, and I have a Genesis, which is a Hyundai product.
Yeah. You know, this is from the guy who lives in such an elite part of Virginia. I'm not even allowed to go there.
You're allowed to go there. What are you talking about? Come up anytime you want.
I'm just teasing.
I live in the poor part of my neighborhood, man.
Yeah, the poor, only $1 million homes over there.
Yeah, I want to know what it looks like in the poor part.
All right. So listen, what do you know about
that's the houses that don't have servants' quarters.
Those are the shanties. I've been to a place in in Palm Beach. There's a place where it's all like the house that we have, right? We live in a mobile home. There's a place in Palm Beach that's all mobile homes, but it's right on the beach. So these are mobile homes that are worth $2 million. If you go to this mobile home community, there's Lamborghinis, Ferraris, Bentleys, Rolls Royces, and the mobile homes. So just like that, right?
I do have a movie theater with stadium seating in my house, but that's
all right.
Beyond the point.
Yeah, everybody's got that in the hood. So tell us about this butterfly knife thing, which everyone's going to break out their knives right now. Let's see. Boom! Shout out to Chris Illog. Do you know Chris Illog?
Yeah, I met Chris. I think he's staying with us this year.
I think Patrick has one also.
Yeah, it's around here somewhere.
Yeah. So explain this butterfly knife thing.
All right, so a couple of different people are arguing the case, including my boys, Steven Stambolier, who is a freaking great guy, and Alan Beck, who is another great guy, great attorney. I think he's going to be on my show like in the next couple of days or so. But they challenged Hawaii's butterfly knife ban. Hawaii bans butterfly knife.
Ballast song, as Night Train is saying. Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Whether I call it a butterfly knife ban because that's what the law was titled, butterfly knife ban. So.
Yeah. I'm not going to flip this out because I don't have those kind of skills. I don't know who does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Balisong, it's interesting. If you read the judges wrote like 3 pages on whether it was either made in France or Philippines, or developed in the Philippines or France. It was kind of interesting.
Oh, they went to like history of the Balisong.
Yeah, they're like, it's been disputed, blah blah blah.
Oh no, we know
So,
the Filipino people developed it. Come
reading-
on now.
I'm reading an article and it says this is the Ninth Circuit Court of Appeals, which means that this isn't just Hawaii, right?
No, it's in the whole Ninth Circuit. They ruled that butterfly knives are protected under the Second Amendment because, according to the text, tradition, and history, the state cannot show, any relevant laws or any analogs. So
to prove that it was traditional that these were banned.
Yes, it's not.
Yeah.
It's not true.
Right.
We all know the answer here, and it's so blatantly obvious. But somehow, folks don't get it. I don't understand.
So how is this more dangerous than a Bowie knife?
It's not.
I don't, how is this more dangerous than a butcher's knife or any knife, a cutlass or a butt scraping knife like Walter's showing right now?
Hey, the butt, this is a freaking.
That's for a big butt. That's for a big butt. Like if you have butt implants.
No, there's a girl on Instagram that needs one of those. Let me tell you.
Oh, there's a few girls.
She got TikTok, Walter. She got TikTok famous by eating like 10,000. She's a skinny little thing, and she eats like 10,000 calories in a sitting. She'll go to Wendy's and like 2 just piles of food. And the first thing I thought of was, goddamn, she needs one of Walter's knives. Holy cow. You're going to have to chop that thing halfway.
I mean, so she's not hairy then.
This is why John doesn't come on all the time. John is like, what the fuck are these?
The chicks that run around, they don't shave anything. They're like,
oh Lord, oh God. Okay, all right, we're getting crazy now. Shooting Gallery Eddie says, I've been to John's house. He's not in the poor part. Yep.
I am in the poor part. I don't know what he's talking about.
So, so listen, how many states out there ban balisongs, butterfly knives? How many states do that? It's quite a few, right?
Quite a few. Yeah, but not Hawaii anymore.
You know why most of these...
I flipped it open.
Yeah.
I flipped it open.
Do you know why most of these bans came about?
Why?
Movies. All
Movies.
movies.
We talked about that today.
Mm-hmm.
We talked about that today. Most of it has to do with movies. It's just like the Glock 7 and the Undetectable Firearms Act. All movies do all this stuff. That's why people think suppressors go pew, pew, pew.
Yes. That's why the video I have went viral. It's because people watched it and went, that doesn't sound like a movie.
No, I do have a couple 22 ones that go pew pew pew.
Yeah, anyways, of course. A 22 with well,
with a 25-inch barrel and a can on the end, everything.
Yeah. Of course. Yeah. With the right ammo, with the right 22, with subsonics and all that kind of stuff, for sure. But 9 millimeters and 5.56, all that kind of stuff, no. But they use the same sound effect from the 22s that go psh, 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 like that and put it in everything.
The only one that, and I'm going off on a tangent here, but the one that gets me the most is when you, the first couple seasons of The Walking Dead were terrible for it. They pull up a Glock and it makes a sound when they bring a Glock up. It's like, there's not even a safety on that. Where's that sound coming from? There's not. That sound shouldn't exist.
My personal pet peeve is when you're looking at the movie and the guy keeps racking his gun. He keeps going like that.
Oh my God.
It's like, okay, so you just jacked a round out, or your gun was not dangerous at all.
Yep.
If I ever get trapped in a movie world, like, what was it? Last Action Hero? Anyone seen that with Arnold Schwarzenegger? It's one of my favorite Arnold Schwarzenegger movies. If you're ever trapped in a movie world and someone puts a gun in your face, just slap them, because it's not loaded.
Probably not loaded.
Yeah.
Well, G.I. Joe, The Rise of Cobra, and they're in Bruce Willis's house, and they're all bringing up their Glocks, and every time they bring the Glocks, you hear the hammer go back. I'm like, oh my God.
Jesus.
Yeah, I was looking at some kind of movie I was looking at with Lola the other day, and a guy racked his Glock like 3 or 4 times. I was like, oh, there's nothing. That's an empty magazine.
Watching movies, that's the first. If they have a 1911, the first thing I look at is the hammer back. And 90% of the time, the hammer is not back. And it's like, hey, you ain't gonna do shit with no hammer back. It's just gonna sit there.
Yeah, and I think, wasn't it Ant-Man that had the Glock that had a hammer? I think it was Ant-Man, the Ant-Man movie. The first one. The first Ant-Man movie, there was a Glock with a hammer. Because there's a scene where Ant-Man goes in there and like stops the hammer or something like that on a Glock.
Yeah, there is. There's a Glock 17 with a hammer on the back.
Yeah, so there you go.
Firearms blog has Ant-Man movie Magic Glock 17. Yeah, and it's got like a 1911 hammer. Who made that?
We're taking a break. We'll be right back.
With Armslist, you can shop the extensive list of local and nationwide firearms classified, now with more confidence because of their built-in firewall. For only $6.99 a month for personal use, or $30 a month for business vendors, so when you're in the market, please consider Armslist. We wouldn't be able to keep the Who Moved My Freedom podcast going without the support of great companies like Armslist.
Shout out to Armslist. I know we were talking about them. They got their YouTube. Armslist is always getting targeted by social media companies, man. You can't even at Armslist on like Instagram or Facebook, by the way. I don't know if people know that. You can't.
Like even in private messages.
Yeah. So lots of violations on them. They spent a lot of money fighting all this bullshit. There's always stuff going on.
They have won. A lot.
Yeah.
And they're freaking awesome.
Yeah.
They're awesome guys.
Oh, I totally agree. I mean, they sponsor us, but Jonathan and I, from Armslist, and everyone in his family that's over there, we've known each other for a long time. So I love those guys.
Yeah, they don't sponsor me, but I still think they're awesome.
Because they are. They are awesome. Jen Champ Jr. says, "Oh yeah, just ask Alec Baldwin about that, Hank." Yeah. There's lots of crazy stuff that happened on that Alec Baldwin thing. So, there you go. And he was using a revolver there. So, yeah, I know. Kurt24 says, the movies show pillows are quieter than cans. Laugh out loud. That's another thing that annoys me. You just put a pillow over a guy's head and shoot into that, and it's super quiet.
Yeah.
That 9mm is not going to go bang at all. You know.
Well, maybe if it's my pillow, it said that.
Oh, yeah, maybe a Mike Lindell pillow. I agree with that.
You know, because he's a Republican. He's got a nasty pillow.
He's got secret stealth pillows.
Somebody that we both know, Hank, has been hanging out with Mike Lindell.
Oh, really? Someone that we both know. Is that you?
No, not me.
Oh, okay.
Him and I, guys,
not me.
I hate to tell you, I used to smoke crack with him all the time back in the day. Mike
I believe that. I believe that. That's why you used to be skinny.
Okay, I'll put it this way. It's a guy that you hung out with, and you had to correct him because he was had his gun showing in Florida.
Oh, okay. I know who you're talking about.
Hangs out with
Mike
Lindell.
He's been hanging out with Mike Lindell.
Yeah, really.
How do you get?
And I can't say who it is. I know who you're talking about, but I can't say who it is.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. No, I'm just messing around. That is a crazy combination.
I know.
That is never ever going to make the news. Yes, it will. That is going to be a bad story one day. That is a bad, crazy combination to happen.
You got two different crazies together.
Yeah. You never mix this level of crazy. That's like taking TNT and plastique and putting them together. You know,
no.
And thinking, no, nothing will never go wrong. Nothing will ever happen here. Yeah. Okay. All right. Since no one else knows who we're talking about, we'll move on. What other new stuff has been going on out there that you guys have been paying attention to?
I've been paying attention to a lot of stuff. The injunctions that are about to die or get extended. Not the injunctions, the stays. That is definitely going to be interesting. There is going to be the Supreme Court's going to take up the bump stock case, which is interesting. The one case that scares me is oh my god, locked up. The domestic abuser from Texas.
Oh, that guy. Yeah, that guy's a real asshole. The guy who got red flagged and he's a red flag challenge, right?
Yeah, and it's going to the Supreme Court, but that scares me.
Yeah, I want the guy to win, but the guy's a total asshole.
Yeah.
So
that's why it scares me, because the guy is just so freaking.
Yeah. The guy's psycho, But this shows you that, like, what the hell happened to all the other laws this guy's broken? Why did they use red flag laws when this guy's broken a shit ton of other laws? You know, and then using the red flag laws because this is a perfect setup for the media.
He got disarmed for being a domestic abuser, so it's not really red flag laws. He's a domestic abuser. I don't know
anything. Who is this? I don't know anything about this case.
It's a case out of Texas. What the hell is his name?
Yeah, I've read, I don't have it right now, but it's one of the Supreme Court is going to take this case up of this guy who's just a legitimate asshole, stalking his ex-girlfriend and all that, and he got they took guns away from him, right?
Yeah,
and so he's fighting it in court.
He was a domestic abuser. I mean, he was like threatening. He was a convicted domestic abuser.
I'm looking.
They're going to hear the case, and it scares me because this is not the case that I want to go in front of him. He's not a sympathetic.
Zachary Rahimi?
That sounds like it. Yeah.
Rahimi, yeah. So that's not the case. There was another case that was going up that was a guy that had a shoplifting charge from like 30 years ago. I was hoping that case would go up because it's the same challenge, but they went with this one, which kind of scares me.
Yeah. We're going to see what comes out of that.
Yeah. In 2020, Zachary Rahimi had a protective order issued after he allegedly assaulted his girlfriend during a span of a month in the winter of 2020, they typoed. Yep. Rahimi was involved in 5 shootings across North Texas. So this guy's a real dickhead.
Yeah, and that's the one going to the Supreme Court. That's the one that the anti-gunners wanted to go.
Yeah, because it makes it look bad.
Yeah, it looks best for their case. Where, you know, when you've got someone who's really bad like this, the cops have lots of things to do to shut this guy down, and obviously don't choose to pursue it. So, go ahead, Walt.
I heard he was involved in 5 shootings, right? What was he doing loose on the street to begin with?
Yep.
That's the question, but that's not the question that's going to be argued.
It's not the question that's going to be argued, but it's like...
No.
Then that's the problem. So I was hoping that they would take the guy with the shoplifting case from like 30 years ago, but no, they took this one.
Yeah. Why are a lot of these guys loose on the streets, man? I mean, basically they don't lock anyone up anymore. Or if you do get locked up, you get released early. Now, if you're just a law-abiding citizen, hardworking person, you will pay. You will suffer. But if you're a career criminal, total psycho, no, you might be okay this time. This is the logic of what's going on here.
Yeah, so that's one thing I'm watching. I believe in my heart that CRS will be home next month.
Really?
You really think so? I saw the post you made, but I didn't.
Yeah, I saw. Yeah. So what's your?
I read the breakdown of it, and they are very sympathetic. It was I read every page of it, and it's very sympathetic. And they're like the max. If you choose to incarcerate them, we recommend 22 to 32 months imprisonment, but we think he could still
time served.
Not time served. They said, but supervised release would be preferable. So.
He's not a danger.
You got freaking drug this and drug that and abusers and everything else running wild, and you got this guy locked up because he's.
Are there any other challenges to his case? Does he still have the same lawyer? What's going on with that?
They can't appeal until after sentencing, which is going to be on the 6th
of next month.
I was hoping they just do like a time served thing and be done with it. Yeah. So.
Yeah, there's still the outstanding motion of acquittal still out there, so we still see what happens. Christopher Justin Irvin, most likely he will come home because they're recommending time served.
Okay.
And 3 years of probation. And they're not even saying, hey, if you choose to imprison him at most, they're not even giving him that. They're just saying he's been in jail for 2 years. That's long enough. They'll give him time served and 3 years probation.
Do both of these guys still have the same lawyer? Or do they have split defense teams?
Well, they're two different defense teams.
Mm-hmm.
They have to keep. They don't have to, but it would be advantageous for them to keep the same lawyers through sentencing. Then after that, if they want to switch lawyers, which I don't know if they do or not.
Mm-hmm.
No, I'm just joking. I'm not winking on anything. No, if they want to switch lawyers, which I'm not sure if they do or not, then they'll probably do that after sentencing. But I'm not sure if they're going to do that or not.
Yeah. So the goal right now is get out of prison, and then work on overturning things, right? Because obviously
this was in jail, which is worse than prison.
Jail, yeah. Get out, yeah. So get out, and then work on overturning all this stuff, whatever ways they choose to go, right?
It's a lot easier to do it when you're on supervised release or probation than doing it from prison.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
But one good thing is either way, they're not going away. The prosecutor, of course, she's an evil bitch. And she doesn't want them out, so she is asking the judge to give them 8 years each in federal prison.
for the auto key card. For the auto key card.
This bitch, and I'm calling her a bitch because that's what she is. This bitch said, "We can't delay the trial so Matt can get his cancer treatment because we need to try him now." But yet she's delaying their sentencing for cancer treatment.
Whose cancer treatment?
Her cancer treatment.
Hers.
Okay.
But she doesn't even have to be there. She can send someone, but she wants to be there personally.
She wants to oversee the torture.
Yeah, she's just putting the screws in.
Well, she did also ask the judge to do something about me, but the judge told her freedom of speech, go pound sand.
Yeah.
So I know she watches my videos. So I hit message.
Somebody in her department does.
She might be a little obsessed about you, man. She might be cleaning out her pipes. You never know. She might be cleaning out her pipes, thinking about John Crump.
Laura Coffer Taylor. What a
John is your name. Remember.
All in these situations, I always say, what comes around goes around.
Yeah. She may have a thing for you, John. I'm gonna say that's highly possible.
She'll get hers.
Yeah, I imagine she actually has a thing for John Crump. He's taken. So
no, but she complained to the judge, and the judge told her freedom of speech. I'm not going to do anything.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So that's what you're looking at. Interesting stories. In about a month, you're saying we should hear something on that one.
September 6th. We will know. So less than a month from now. Hopefully they will be out, and I will go up to Wisconsin and throw a big party.
Okay. Right now they're both here in the state of Florida, right?
They are both here in Florida.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, they are incarcerated in Florida. I talked to Matt a lot, actually. He calls a lot.
Okay. How's he holding up?
He's holding up. He's been teaching people in there about brewing and stuff like that. So
okay, I could just imagine him with his hat on backwards. I don't know if they allow. Who knows what they allow in there, what they don't. Okay.
Yeah, you wore it sideways, man. Come on.
Sideways. Yes, sideways. That's right.
Yeah. Well, I was telling him, I was like, man, if you get out, whenever you do get out, your first video back is gonna be bonkers and views.
Okay. Yeah, that'll be good. It'll be good, man. And then hopefully, they could start the process of really dealing with all this stuff. It's obviously it's them physically in the balance. That's why I always tell people, you think you want this until it actually smacks you upside the head. You don't really want this, but these guys are out there fighting, I think, not just for themselves but other people. That's the ultimate point of everything that's happening here. These are the things that these guys are going to use to go after everyone.
Yeah, Walter and I talked about this a couple days ago about how... Oh, sorry. That was that was Stephen Beck, one of the other attorneys.
Okay. All right. So what are you guys, Walter, Patrick, what are you guys looking at? Are you guys, I know you're trying to avoid a lot of bad to terrible news. Are you looking at gun stuff, gun deals out there? What's on you guys' radar?
I want a new gun. I want to buy something.
That's why you're going to all these gun stores?
I've just been looking for something. I don't know. I want something new in my pocket. And I got a bonus today at work, and I'm like, man, I want me a gun.
Money. That money is burning a hole. Okay, let's
Go ahead.
I
just bought the baby a knife. I literally just bought the baby a knife on Reddit. So this was the first knife that I ever seriously carried.
Oh, hold on.
Fantastic blade. It's a.
I have this posted somewhere. Yeah.
You have this one here?
Yeah, it's on Instagram somewhere. Yep.
Oh yeah, this is the first knife I ever carried. Spyderco Delica in blue. And they got crazy expensive for these things. I was just on Reddit on the knife swap page, and somebody had one for $40 brand new, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna take that and I'm gonna stick it somewhere. Not intended. And when the boy gets old enough, he's gonna get himself a nice blue Delica.
Oh, okay. Until then, you'll be messing around with it.
No. Boy's stuff goes to him. The Ruger has been locked away from me. I haven't even opened it. The Delica will get put in the safe, and when he is responsible, he will get a Delica. Because it's a good... These are fantastic for, first-time knives. Great knives.
Okay, very cool. Walter, what are you showing off? We can show off some guns here. Well, what you got, Walt?
That's that, the Foxtrot Mike 102.
Oh, cool.
I put the Manticore Arms stock on the back of it.
Ah.
It's more of a traditional style,
Okay.
Which I like better than the metal ones myself. But it's clunkier looking, but hey, I like it. So.
Sweet. Okay.
I'm clunkier looking, so that's why I like it.
Yeah, we need to get together and throw some rounds through that. I think John was promising us some guns, so since you're kind of like the guest of honor here, John, you got to show off, show off some guns. Dan Hates You says, I want a Strike One Mark II. So show us your expensive guns that you got, John.
Strike One. I'd like a Strike One.
All right, hold on for 1 second.
Strike One is the... I really do want to Strike One. It is the pistol designed with the Russians in mind and then produced in Italy, and then the Italian version got imported into the U.S. So it's like a Spetsnaz gun kind of thing.
Oh, look at that.
This is my Hellbreaker.
Spikes.
Jesus.
No, this is not spikes. This is...
sharps. Sorry, yeah, sharps. Yeah, that's the lower. Right.
Yeah, it has a Wolfpack Armory side charger.
Side charger, yep.
Cool.
Franklin Armory binary trigger.
Sweet. Awesome.
So this is badass.
In bronze for everyone listening on audio.
Bronze. Yep.
What's your optics you got on there?
Sig Romeo 4.
Okay, there you go. And you got some, is that Magpul sights on there too, it looks like? Iron sights?
Yeah, Magpul sights. Strike Industries, but stock.
Okay.
Here, I got...
Oh! Look at that, an AUG.
AUG in Stormtrooper white with an EOTech on top.
So is that at the Steyr, or is that 3D printed?
No, the Steyr.
Oh, okay.
Can you, out of curiosity, can you buy just the Steyr white furniture? Is it possible?
I don't know.
Because the reason I ask is because that would be awesome to dye any sort of color. You just get some RIT dye, boiled up some RIT dye, stick that thing in it for 30 minutes, and you got a purple Steyr or a
baby blue
Steyr. Yeah, baby blue Steyr.
Yeah.
I need to come pick that up, actually. Am I still building that for you?
Who, me?
Walter.
Oh, Walter?
I did a little, I wanted to see how much this whole rig would...
Oh, yeah.
What's that? What do you have there, Walt? Let's see. Show that again.
It's like the Rhodesian-style rig with eight FAL mags in it. 8 FAL mags loaded in this rig is basically 14 pounds.
Golly.
On the waist. Wow. Oh.
That's for real. That's for real men, not no weenies. You look at those. You look at pictures of Rhodesian guys over there back then. There wasn't no chubby fat fellas in with those Rhodesian.
They were scrawny.
You burn that. You burn that weight.
So breaking news: Laura Crawford Taylor has just filed an order because I raised like hundreds of thousands of dollars for CRS, and so she doesn't want us talking.
She doesn't want who talking?
Me and him.
Oh, you can't communicate with him?
Oh, she wants to have some sort of thing on there that you can't speak with him?
Yeah.
Was this just filed, like, within the last 30 minutes or something?
Yeah.
I told you this chick loves you.
That B word one too many times, John.
Yeah, you gotta listen.
We wouldn't be able to keep the Who Moved My Freedom podcast going without the support of a DAO, or decentralized autonomous organization like TUSC Crypto. TUSC cryptocurrency is a firearm-friendly e-commerce option for online payment transactions, secured on the blockchain. So when you're in the crypto market, please consider TUSC, TUSC.
John, I stick by what I was saying. You know, my instincts, I feel, are very good. I think you need to break this chick off a little something, something. You know.
Yeah.
John is not taking the bait no matter what I say.
Ridiculous.
This is like one thing. He's like, oh, I am not taking the bait on this shit. Okay. Gen Champ Jr. carbon fiber barrel. I'm assuming that was on your Sharps build. With the carbon fiber barrel. Did you have a carbon fiber barrel on there, John?
Yes, I did.
Yeah, there you go. All right. And let's see what else is going on here. Any other guns coming out? Any other guns? Got some guns coming out?
See what I brought.
No.
Brought that. I brought that.
I mean, I already showed my Liberty suppressors upper here on my Palmetto State Armory lower, integrally suppressed, 300 blackout. Awesomeness. I told you, Patrick, you got money burning a hole through your pockets. I'll sell you my Daniel Defense integrally suppressed. Yeah.
You just
I know, you
had
just
to
don't
have
want
that gun. No, there's actually there's an auction coming up that I don't know if Walter. Do you have any guns in this next auction coming up?
No, I don't. I just went today and picked up some checks today, as a matter of fact.
Oh, nice. Okay. I hope your next stop is to buy a trailer.
This auction coming
I
up
got
has
plenty of money.
Has some fantastic things in it. So
Which
I got
one,
an eye
Bill?
on it. It's the same one that you've been through before. That right down the street from you, I think.
Accurate gun
Accurate.
auctions?
Yeah.
Yep.
And by the way, John doesn't look frozen. He looks like he's reading some kind of order of protection.
yeah, kind of reading some stuff.
Okay. Gen Champ Jr. says she wants you bad, Johnny boy. Laugh out loud.
Sounds like it.
So there you go. So listen, this was interesting. I don't know if you guys have seen this or not. Let me see if I could just pull this up. This brawl that happened in Alabama's.
I didn't get a chance to actually look at that.
So, suspects detained after Saturday night brawl on Riverfront Park Dock. And this is, I think, in Montgomery, Alabama. This was a crazy footage to look at this. Let me see if we can play a little bit of this footage here. There's like a dude that's swimming out. So here's what happened. These guys got into a fight here. And I think basically this guy worked for this steamboat, and he tried to get these folks out of the way. They parked their thing in front of the steamboat. So they somehow get into a fight. Then they all jump in on him, start beating up a black guy. So the people, but this is a black town, so they see this. So people are like, hey, rescue this guy, right? You know, because these white folk are beating him up. So all of a sudden, black people start coming out of nowhere. And this is why this video is crazy. There's a dude on this ship where they're filming this video right here that jumps in the water. Do you see that? The guy is swimming. He is swimming over there. This can go on. I'm
gonna have to go watch this now.
It's really. I think it started out because in this area, there was a big steamboat that these folks were on. And then there was a family out there on a little boat, and they blocked where the boat always comes into. This is where the boat is supposed to park. They weren't supposed to be there. The big boat had to keep actually going around several times because they wouldn't move out of the way. So the boat kind of like snuck in a little bit. This guy came off and told them, hey, you guys have to move. They got into a fight with him. One of them like sucker punches him. It's crazy because the guy that worked for the boat company, when he gets sucker punched, he literally takes off his hat and throws it up like
flings it in the air.
This is like it's like looking at a movie or something. It's so nuts.
Why are they beating up on the one dude? He didn't start the fight, did he?
No, he didn't start it. They started it, but when they hit him, he throws up his hat like, "Oh, it's on, bitches."
Yeah, but if somebody hits you, it's game on.
I don't have time to throw my hat up, like. But yes, so they were wrong. I feel like they were wrong that they got into this whole thing with him. So people come down here and rescue them from him. I think where this became like a whole not like dragged out brawl is because by the time the black folks got there, this was kind of like separated, but then they decided to go kick these people's asses. So they went and like dragged them off their boat and started kicking their asses, and the cops wound up getting called, etc. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So
this is not over.
Is that what we've de-evolved to?
Unfortunately, yes. What I think about this, looking at it. Go ahead, Walt. Mm-hmm.
And those people that came running down there, yeah, they get the thing off, but to continue it on, they're just as guilty as the others.
I agree. I think that I don't know why these people were blocking something. If you're blocking something and people come up to you and say move, just move. It's as easy as that. Just get out of the way. You're blocking a whole bunch of people here.
If they give you a hard time, then get some people with that carry guns to come and make them move.
Yeah, no one waited for the cops here. Now, I think once they all decided to jump this worker and folks came in there and saved him, that's fine, right? But when everyone else decided to keep the brawl going, this is how you catch charges. Why are you now... Yeah. Why are you now going and pulling these people off their boat and kicking
back into that fight?
Everyone was recording this. You just wait for the cops to get there and go, here's the footage. They jumped that guy. They beat him up. Lock him up. Now, lots of people are going to get locked up behind it, which, is never fun.
And then they're going to lose the gun rights.
You can lose a lot of stuff here, but it was just, I'm telling you, it was kind of viral. I don't know if social media started blocking it or whatever, but it was kind of viral in the last 24 hours because it's so. I've seen comedians making fun of this because the dude throws his hat up. One guy jumps into the river and starts swimming over there.
I saw the guy jump in the river.
If I jump in the river, by the time I get there to save you, I'm gonna be tired. I'm gonna be like, okay, wait a second. I just had to do like 1,000 strokes to get over here. It's just insane, this whole thing. And I think we should all be better than this. This is a perfect storm of people.
Everybody acts like an animal.
This is a perfect storm of people getting out of control. I understand saving this guy who's getting jumped. I'm 100% for that. Whether the guy's black or white, if someone's getting outnumbered, and especially if they're doing their job, and they get jumped like this, save them. But once that fight is broken up, there's no reason to now go drag these people off and kick their asses.
No, you call the cops and let the cops deal with it.
Yeah. Everyone was recording it.
If you stop there and call the cops, then the folks on the boat are getting the charges. Pretty much guaranteed.
So
if you now kick the boat people's asses, everybody's getting charged.
Everybody's going to catch charges, and I saw
everybody's going to jail tonight.
Yeah, I saw the mayor. This is Montgomery, Alabama, I think, which is a black town. It's got like black mayor, etc., etc. But they haven't actually arrested anyone yet. They're looking at all the footage. What? So lots of people are going to get arrested. At the end of the day here, lots of people are going to get arrested in this whole thing.
Honestly, that might be one of those situations where you tell people, listen, y'all go apologize to each other and move about your business. Like, I don't want to throw 25 people in jail tonight. you know?
I saw
be bigger men and go apologize to each other.
I think they all need to do some civil service.
That would be a great one too. Yeah, no time in jail. Y'all need to go pick up trash on the highway.
Make them have to barbecue together.
No. That putting together opposites don't attract and all that stuff. You don't do that. That's not.
Yeah.
You just put them in pink jumpsuits and make them go clean toilets or something.
Yeah, put them on the highway picking up.
Yeah. But be careful when you see things happening. When you see things happening, if that's someone that's in your family, I get it.
Oh, I'm jumping in to defend somebody. Fuck yeah.
I even understand if you see someone in your family getting beaten up and those people are separated. By the time you get there, you're gonna probably pull them off the boat too. But if you're not part of that, all you need to do is, if you're there and you're a witness and you recorded it or whatever, you saw what happened. That's it. Once you start going after people, see, because if they would have left this alone. I don't know why these guys beat this guy up. I don't know if they beat him up because he was black, but that's a separate issue.
Bullshit. There's no way they did it.
But I don't know. Who knows? But the thing is,
how often does that happen?
But listen to me though. If you go and get those people and pull them off the boat after everything's been broken up, and you go over there, you did that for a reason.
Yep.
Right? And that is clear that you went over here now and interjected yourself into it for a reason, and that's a more clear reason of why you did that versus why they went after the guy, right? Regardless of whether it was something racially motivated or not, they did the wrong thing by attacking this guy. So, which they clearly do, and it's on video. So it could have all ended right there. So
yeah, no, it should have ended there. You call the cops, they go to jail or get whatever. That's how it should.
Yeah. Dan Hates You says, this old black dude just tossed this total Karen of a white woman into the water. I did laugh.
He chucked her.
The whole video, if you look at this video, it's crazy. Someone had a chair and were doing like WWF style smacking people with the chair. This is the craziest thing. The dude that jumped off the you're on the boat.
Did the guy that jumped off actually get into a fight? Because I didn't see it. I just saw him swimming.
If he jumped off that boat and swam over there and didn't kick someone's ass, then I don't know.
It's a waste of time.
Why did he do that? So yeah, it's nuts, and it's sad that we're still this crazy in America. But I guess we
are. It's not. It doesn't surprise me at all. We're violent animals. You add a little bit of sun and alcohol to that mix, and we're gonna fight.
Yeah.
You have to have a little bit of self-restraint.
Mm-hmm.
Most retards don't.
Well, then you need to treat them like an animal. Then, okay?
Yes, yeah.
If you're gonna act, my thing is, if you're gonna act like an animal, you get treated like an animal.
I absolutely agree with you.
Period. Done. Over. Finished.
Yes,
done.
Absolutely agree.
And once the animal becomes more civil, then you treat him like a...
Once we all go in, once you're dealing with anyone who goes into savage mode, you stay there. Something clicks inside of you.
Yes.
And you're now.
Yes.
Yeah, but...
Yeah. So, I mean, in the heat of that situation, but if you're an observer of that situation, you don't need to make it worse. Just save the person. And wait for the cops to get there, and and it's too fucking hot for this kind of shit. Also, like, who has time?
That's part of the problem.
Type of shit in this heat. Yeah, I mean, come on, man. This is like heat from. Did anyone see Predator 2? Remember Predator 2? Does anyone? Am I the only person that remembers?
What's not Predator 2? I remember Predator. Is that the one that was like in the city or?
Yeah, it was in LA, and it was the hottest fucking summer in LA. And the aliens decided to come because all Earthlings were acting crazy and trying to kill each other. So it's like, oh, they're good. They're in a good mood. Huh?
Was that Danny Glover?
Danny Glover. Yep, Danny Glover was in that. That was a good movie. I thought it was a good movie. But come on, man. It's too hot for this type of shit. I'm not trying to, I'm not trying to get into this. Jen Champ Jr. says, that was a Saturday night on the Sacramento River when I was growing up. Okay. All right, there you go. Good news there. And then I sent this to you guys, but I didn't see either one of you reacting. But this is the type of thing that I believe I will see either Walter or Patrick attempting.
I've seen that before. I watched this before. I didn't know he was dropping though.
These guys, they're trying to lift. So for everyone listening on audio, these guys are using a forklift to lift a forklift. And then the second forklift is up in the air with a package that they're trying to lift into a building.
That's some Inception shit there.
Yes, it is.
Of course it falls off.
Somebody gets crushed.
Yeah.
Look at that. And they're going to go to a camp after that. They're in China.
Yeah, what was that thing that fell? That thing is wrecked now. Whatever that was.
Probably an air conditioning unit.
Whatever it is, that's wrecked. Yeah. So there you go.
You're going straight to education camp, there, Wang Ho.
Who does? I mean, when I looked at that, I was like, "Is this even real?"
You dropped
Am
the
I
big.
actually looking at real shit?
You dropped the big boss man's AC unit. You're going right to the camp.
Oh yeah, done, toast. The other thing that I was looking at, did you guys see this? I sent you this video talking about. I'm not gonna pull the video up though, but it's talking about the shells that we're sending to the Ukraine. Did you guys see that?
I saw you linked it. I didn't get a chance to look at it.
Yeah, inside the U.S. factory making Ukraine's most important ammo, the 155 shells. Yeah. Damn.
They're making
Walter?
shells. They do that 24/7, making shells. Yeah.
A lot of shells, man. That's a lot of shells. If you look at that video, you're in the wrong business.
It's a dirty job. Somebody's got to do it.
Yeah. Do you know how much? By the way, Lola and I have shot those shells.
You haven't shot 155 millimeter.
I thought, yeah, I did when I went to drive tanks. I shot a howitzer. Isn't that the same thing? Yeah, isn't that the same thing?
They're not all the same.
Isn't that the same thing?
105 and there's. Yeah,
Oh, maybe we shot a smaller.
You probably had a smaller one.
Yeah. That's pretty. Yeah, that's.
What the hell, man? I wish I would have went to drive tanks.
We had to load those days.
Yeah, they were big. We have to find that video of when we went to drive tanks. That was back in the days that Barnauls invited me and Lola out.
I gotta stop by the Strange Hacienda tomorrow.
For what?
What are you
coming over here for?
I'll bring your optic back.
Yeah. Oh, you bring back the
something
optic? Oh, thank you.
No, I think I have something getting dropped off tomorrow afternoon.
Oh. It might.
Let me check tracking.
You take your time. It might magically get sold.
I
hope it's not something.
I think he might go to jail for that. That's like, it's just like FFL fraud or something, isn't it? You can't do that.
Yeah. They have a 105.
It's a 105. Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, that was fun. That was fun.
No, I have a project coming tomorrow that I'm working on.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, it's not a secret. I had a company that reached out, and Old Arms of Idaho reached out and wanted to work with me, which is cool. And I said, yeah, let's do it. So they're sending me a Remington Model 11, what was at one point a very nice one. It had hand engraving and everything all over it. It's just seen its better days, so it's going to get
fixing
the
it
full,
up? Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's going to get the full treatment. I'm going to fix it up and do a whole series on it.
Okay, cool. Okay.
So it should be. I was just checking FedEx. It should be there tomorrow.
What's it worth, Patrick? Just out of curiosity. I'm not that I'm going to do it.
In its current state, or
yeah, in its current state.
$225 probably. It's not worth a whole lot.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
When it's done, it's going to be beautiful. Let me tell you.
Oh, okay. All right. Nice. And what's the name of this place that sent that out?
It's called Old Arms of Idaho. They're a parts dealer, so they buy out gunsmiths' estates and things like that, and then they sell all the parts off. Okay. So if people are looking for parts, if you can't, usually I'll check Numrich. If Numrich doesn't have it, I'll check them. So it's one of those. It's my like usual haunt that I'll go to and see what they got. And every now and then I just buy something stupid from them because I feel like it.
Oh, okay. All right. Cool. I'm looking to see if I could find that thing of us shooting that thing over at. I still can't find it. So. What's that, Lola?
Yes, I'm sorry.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Oh, do we need to mute you? Okay. He muted himself, it looks like. Okay, yeah.
I'm your friend.
Yeah, I'm looking. I'm looking through Instagram trying to find that. I did find this video. Check this out, Walt. Remember this? Remember this video right here?
Oh, drum mag.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is that my suppressor?
That's 100. Yeah, that's your can on there. It's 100.
And that thing worked. The can worked great, didn't it?
Yeah, this is the video that got Instagram to shadow ban me. It's 175,000 views.
Yeah.
Yeah. So can't do that anymore on
Wait,
Instagram.
175,000 views?
Yeah.
On Instagram, or that was on Instagram?
No, it's on Instagram right there. See?
That's impressive. I've never had anything get that big.
Yeah.
That is super impressive.
That was a crazy video. I think the reason why it got that many views is everyone was mad because Walter welded that gun.
It was a weld up, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's the reason why everyone.
Walter, you don't know how many comments I get because I have a short that I put up of your PPS 43 pit story.
PPS. Okay.
And I can't tell you how many comments that people were like, oh, I can't believe you destroyed that. Look at that. And I'm like, first off, it's not my gun. Second off, it's a post sample, and he does what he wants with his post samples. I don't care. It's fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know why.
It was a bunch. It's a bunch of chopped up parts. That's what I used it for. That.
Yeah.
By the way, I just found the video. There he goes, right there. Boom.
Yeah, that's a small one. Yeah.
That's the smaller one. Yeah, that's Lola.
105. Yeah, that's
still a
155
monster.
is.
Yeah, that thing is. Look at that blast. Cool. Jeez.
That's cool. No, the 155 is a much more impressive. Piece of.
Lola was loving that thing, man. She would have kept doing that if they would have let her. Yeah. That's some good fun right there. Yeah. All right. Cool. Let's see. Oh, we're about to take a break here. We're going to come right back. We're going to find out what kind of deal that John Crump is working on here. If he's got some news coming up, we'll be right back.
The Who Moved My Freedom podcast is made possible by our partners at 2A Commerce. Veteran owned and with over 20 years experience, 2A Commerce is the leader in custom e-commerce and web application development in the shooting sports industry. Clients include major brands such as Guard Dog Body Armor, Sylvan Arms, AccuFire Technologies, The Tactical Games, Warrior Knife Company, and yours truly, Hank Strange. Visit 2A Commerce and support this show by supporting them. Once again, visit the number 2acommerce.com.
All right, we are back here. I don't know if John's still. John's getting serious.
Patrick,
whatever do.
Yeah. Patrick, on the farms blog, they have an article on the Halbeck device, the thing. For the,
I wonder how they, because I'm guessing it came from the same folks. It's not like
it's the same
common thing.
No, they're the ones that are doing the reproduction of it for $169.
Yeah, I could drill a hole in a tube for that.
Like I said in our text, there's not a lot of proof that it was used very much. So
where is it? Is it way down?
No, it's in the first page. Keep going down. Keep going
halfway
down.
Plus,
there's also an article in the Foxtrot Mike 102 in that same page.
Oh, okay.
So,
let's see.
Keep going.
Night vision.
It's getting close. It's getting close.
There's a
Foxtrot Mike. There you go. 102. Okay, sweet.
Keep going. There.
Boom, right there.
Oh, Halbeck. Okay.
Reproduction Hallbrook device.
So what does this do?
It's supposed to divert gas. Go ahead, Walter.
It was divert the gas so you can tune which way the recoil on the gun, basically.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay.
We can hear you.
Yeah, you're back. We got you here. Where's John? What is he up to?
But yeah, they want $160. That's like an $80 item to me.
Yeah.
So that's just a muzzle device that you can tune, basically.
It's just it's just welded together.
Can you hear me? Give me a thumbs up or something.
Yeah, we can hear you. We hear you.
We
hear you. Yes.
What the fuck?
You muted something. I don't know what you muted over
He messed
there.
his headphones up or something.
Yeah.
Man, I think I got it tight.
I bet you he was just on the phone with that prosecutor chick.
Oh,
Hank.
Sorry.
He was just whispering sweet nothings to her,
Hank, you gotta go later on.
I didn't mean to call you a bitch, baby. You know I love you.
You need to go later on and look at that accurate gun options.
I think I'm gonna get served in the next couple days.
Oh boy.
For what?
I don't know. I don't know how much I can talk about it.
For too much badassery. That's what.
Don't.
Yeah, don't get yourself in more trouble on our behalf, man. It's just not worth it.
I'm not.
Yeah, it's not worth it. We don't want to be trying to get another dude out of prison.
No.
Yeah.
So.
She definitely hates me.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well. You know, as I said, man,
Make
just
the
give
thing
her
work.
that old sticky icky. Everything will be all right. Okay, what was the website you wanted me to go to, Patrick?
No, I'm just saying you got to go look at the gun auctions later. You don't got to do it now. But they
Oh,
have
okay.
a Walther
I've
G22
not-
for sale.
Oh,
what?
Walther
A G what?
G22.
Walther G22 bullpup.
Yeah, the bullpup, like the one you gave me, Walt.
I've been there. I've done that.
Yeah.
It's in green as well. which
Ooh,
is pretty
green.
cool.
Oh,
Ah.
really?
I don't care. I thought you said something like G43 was.
Oh.
No, God, no. If they had that.
Yeah. Has anyone ever seen that from that same company? Isn't that the company that you got your Steyr AUG from, Walt? I know John was just showing a Steyr AUG. Please show it again, John. The
Microtech one I have?
Yeah. Yeah. Check
yeah,
this out.
Walter's
Go
got
ahead,
a-
pose with it. Let's see what you got. That's your most menacing pose? Come on now. We got to get this for you when we're trying to raise money to get you out of prison.
You rebel scum.
I don't think I'm gonna get. I don't think it's like that bad.
Yeah, I'm just teasing you. Yeah. So yeah, they have you ever seen those at an auction? I don't think there's many of those left.
Styres?
No, that
What?
particular one that you got that Walther
the
was
MX,
carrying it.
or
Yeah,
whatever
that's-
it's called. Yeah.
Yeah, that special one that came with a case and it came with a knife. Remember?
If you ever find them, they're going to be fairly
the
rare.
Microtech.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
you don't see them that often.
Okay.
I'm not. Mine's not going anywhere. So I know which guns to keep and which ones to ditch, and
Mm-hmm.
if there's not many of them around, that's one to keep. So
Microtech doesn't like you having it. You got to
No,
keep
that's
it.
a classic, man. That needs to go in your will and be bequeathed to yours truly, Hank Strange.
you're gonna make it that long?
I will if I know that's bequeathed to me.
What's the
Put
name
them on
of
life
that gun?
support.
What's that, Patrick?
What was the name of that gun?
That was it was a Microtech special. It was a Microtech Steyr.
That
Oh,
doesn't
damn it.
help me at all. I'm trying to find-
Hang on a second. Give me a second.
Hog. MSAR, MSAR STG 55.
Yeah, that's it right there.
Yeah.
MSAR.
And I think all of those. Oh, I see Mac has one. I think there are very few of those out there now. Oh, here's Walt.
They're
Okay,
not
hold on.
very-
Okay,
If I
John, you
ever
can throw
came
up your
across one,
gun now, John. There you go. I don't have my Steyr AUG, otherwise I'll
There'd be
show
some
you.
ebony and ivory, white and black.
There you go.
know
There
what
you
I'm
go. Right now for the
Ivory.
peoples. I'll take me and Patrick out of this here and just show you two. There you go. Boom.
There is one for sale on Gunbroker right now.
Oh, there is? Okay. Do they have the
It
whole
just got
set?
listed up. They don't have the whole set. It's just the gun.
And what do they want?
They don't have. It's their starting bid is $8.99, but it's not. If they
Oh.
had to buy it now, I would consider buying it if they had if it was like $1,200.
When I bought this brand new, it was $2,000. So
Yeah.
Yeah, it's going to go
And-
for a
and they-
lot of money. Yeah.
It will. Yeah, and they just got listed because it's got 11 days left.
Yeah. I'm assuming it's going to be a lot of money, even though it doesn't have all the stuff. But remember when some of the guys were on from Walther,
No.
I think.
It's not going to go for a lot of money because there's
Really?
one here for sale that I might pull the trigger on if Marley doesn't tell me no. $1,200 in black.
Buy it now.
That seems like a steal for an AUG, doesn't it?
Oh,
I got mine for $1,200.
Now remember that AUG's not necessarily going to work as well as an actual Steyr AUG.
But it's a Microtech, and I love Microtech.
Yeah. No, that's cool.
No, I got this on for $1,200.
How'd you get a Steyr for $1,200?
They had them on sale for a PSA a few months ago.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
They run specials. You got to catch them on special. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
You tell it out
I
like
believe
Richard's thinking about buying one. Then when he went back in there, he delayed for half an hour. Then went back in there, sold out.
Oh, God,
Okay.
no. They have one. Somebody has one in the box. It's not as collectible as Walter's because it's just a cardboard box.
Oh, okay.
But it says IMSAR on the top, and it's the Microtech logoing and everything. $1,300.
So remember, I just want to say this before we lose whatever internet we got left. When the guys were on, they said that, remember, Walt, they were saying that they went out there and tried to buy all those back and destroy them.
They tried to get rid of them because they...
Yeah.
So I know the inside scoop. I actually talked to Corey when he was working there.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that was the guys from Microtech then that said that.
Yeah.
Okay.
We had lunch with him one time when I actually got to go visit the factory. And so the story is that the company that produced them told Microtech, hey, we have license to make these. Let's make them and brand them for Microtech. Microtech said, let's do it. And they sent him out the door. One, they had problems. Two, they did not have the licensing in hand from Steyr to produce them. So Steyr came down and said, whoa, cease and desist, you can't be doing that. And Microtech was like, whoa, they told us we could. So then Microtech went to try to pull all of them back, and they've never all come back.
Yeah, but so that they didn't make that many of them in the first place, right, Walt?
No,
was it
they're
2000?
not super common.
Yeah.
Yeah, not an enormous amount. No.
This one's in Anchorage, Alaska? How long would that take to even get here?
Oh, who knows, man?
Take forever to get to my door.
Might as well be coming from the Ukraine.
Yeah.
Hey, whoa, back up. I ordered something from Ukraine and got it in a week, almost 2 weeks.
Oh, wow.
What did you order from Ukraine?
I ordered a chamber reamer.
Yeah.
Did you order off of... I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah, it was on eBay. They're up on eBay. When
you
first
got one that quickly?
Yeah. A Torque.
I thought about buying... Yeah, no, I thought about buying from that eBay store before, and I was like, oh god, I don't know how long it's going to take. 2 months to get here. It took a week and a half.
U.S. Army.
What was that?
Was it stamped U.S. Army?
762 Tokarev, I doubt it.
I saw there was a video that's going around the internet where it shows the people in Ukraine what they're doing right now, and they're all hanging out beside the pool. There's like this big pool party.
Well, listen,
has not changed.
They ain't hanging around waiting to get bombed. They're waiting to get. Yeah. They're working.
Yeah, baby's got to be made right now, man. Baby's got to be made. That's what happens on the stress.
If you look at Kiev, it's a party town. Nothing's changing.
You remember the Beatles song? Ukraine girls really knock me out. The West behind. The Moscow girls make me sing and shout.
Wow.
And JoJo's always got my.
There you go. All right. Listen, I can see the signs that we're going to lose the internet here, so I'm going to go through the process of wrapping it up. I'm going to do this break from Walter first, though. Let's do this. Let's get this.
We wouldn't be able to keep the Who Moved My Freedom podcast going without the support of manufacturers like Safety Harbor Firearms. SHF is a quintessential family-owned small business, totally representative of the American dream. Safety Harbor Firearms is a Florida-based manufacturer of the compact entry stock and the SHTF 50 upper for an AR-15 lower. Also, SHF happily delivers on your Sten gun parts needs. So don't forget to check out stenparts.com and safetyharborfirearms.com.
All right, so just so everyone knows, we're getting close here. What is this, 996 today? We're getting very close
what happened
to
1,000?
1,000. We're going to have a big party. Everyone's going to be invited. John Crump, of course, and lots of people. I see Flying Rich out there. We'll have a whole bunch of people come on. We'll have a big party here. Next week, Monday, we do have High Point. We have Dave from High Point. Will be here on the show hanging out with us.
We should host it live at the Hacienda. That's what you should do.
Oh,
I think
the internet here is awesome. I think we should
Crump
all show
should
up at your
drive in.
house and use your thing. And
if y'all want to come by on a Monday night, we will host you.
Yeah, and I think you need to get all the food, everything. You need to fully
I'm not
host
sure
that.
about why I would do any of that other than host the house, but if you want to host it,
it's your idea. It's your idea, so
I'm not feeding y'all. Listen, I'll get one handle of whiskey and y'all split it amongst yourselves.
Oh my god. Yeah, Patrick
No glasses either.
Patrick will order one pizza and then get a pizza cutter and cut each slice. He'll cut each slice into 10 slices.
No cups, y'all gotta split the whiskey bottle, okay?
You're messing with the wrong dude. All right. So, but anyway, so you guys will be here for that. I want to thank everyone here. I want to give these guys a chance to give some shout outs and stuff like that. We'll start off with my friend John Crump. Crump, who do you want to shout out before we get out of here?
I want to shout out my mentor, the one, the only Flying Rich.
Okay. That is like the crazy leading the crazy on the mentor train right there.
No, I'll be on ONA, One American News on Wednesday night.
Cool.
I'll be on Dark's DLD After Dark tomorrow night if I'm not in person.
Shout out to Dark.
Yeah, I was, and check me out. I was on Cam Edwards today, and follow
Sweet.
John Crump News and go to MLN.com.
Awesome, thanks, man. Very proud of you and all the stuff you're doing. Let's go to Patrick. Make sure you mind these folks. You got a video out.
Before I leave here, I just want to say Hank was a mentor of mine on YouTube, and I actually mean that. So there you go.
I'll take all the credit. I can
And he
get.
jinxed you. He jinxed you, didn't he? He jinxed you.
Oh boy. Yes. I am totally responsible for the world having to deal with John Crump. Right. Sure. Just me. Just me alone. All right, Patrick.
YouTube.com/babyfaceP. Instagram baby_faceP. Utreon is babyfaceP on Utreon/playor. Got a video up, and we got a lot more coming. I'm in a productive, creative spurt, so I'm going to try to ride the wave as long as I can until I burn out again.
Yeah, they turned that monetization back.
I got $4.88 sitting in my AdSense account. We're making money, baby.
All right, cool, Walt.
I can't get over that freaking get to the $100 thing. I mean, I'm close. I don't understand. I got to talk to somebody about it because it's kind of strange. So, because I am monetized too. But anyways, Safety Arms, YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram, and the Player, and then Dirtfoot Racing on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube, the Player, the same way. And there's Stunt Parts. You know what? We can say it on Player, can't we? We can say
Yeah, absolutely. You can say anything.
.com.
Yeah.
Well. Yeah.
Almost.
Try
anything.
typing. Have they fixed the typing thing where you can type in stuff and it
Oh, I
doesn't
don't
work?
know. I have no
Oh,
idea.
it did it. I put in a bad word and it took it.
Oh, there you go.
Okay.
Awesome.
Yeah. But anyways, yeah. So check us out there. Yeah.
All right. Yes. Make sure you check out Walter and Patrick and John Crump, what he's up to. I go when there's like gun news breaking, I go see if John Crump is on there broadcasting live from a freaking cruise ship in the Caribbean.
I razz Hank. I said, I saw it on John first. This is like old news you're telling me about. Go on.
Yeah, no, he keeps me informed too. But it's just funny that he's on his vacation. He's like by some pyramid, in Mexico somewhere, and he's still transmitting.
The curse of Hank Strange.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't have to do it, but you still keep doing it though, obviously.
Yeah, the curse of Hank Strange. I've not been able to go on a vacation. This time I was like, I'm going to be out of the country. There's no way I can report on news.
All right, listen, we are out of here. I just got the warning that we're getting cut off. So the internet. So you guys stay right there. I'm going to end this. Big thanks to everyone. We are out of here. See you guys. Let me see. How do I... Oh, hold on. I got to do this the right way. Here we go. Hit the end button. And...